I must have a tail just like Lala-Lee-Loo. Gertrude McFuzz by Dr. Seuss. Gertrude becomes sensitive of her single tail feather and attempts to grow more to become prettier. Will she learn a valuable lesson about accepting and believing in oneself? That's the story I used to read with my teacher back 3 years ago in November 2022 when I was 12 years old. Wednesday, November 21st, 2022 was the day me and my teacher read while the others were busy. I was in 6th grade a long time. Now, let's see. So here we go. Share, read to me. Read it myself, autoplay, Dr. Seuss. So here we go. There once was a girl bird named Gertrude McFuzz, and she had the smallest plain tail ever was. One droopy droop feather, that's all that she had. And oh, that one feather made Gertrude so sad. For there was another young bird that she knew, a fancy young birdie named Lala-Lee-Loo, and instead of one feather behind she had two. Poor Gertrude! Whenever she happened to spy Miss Lala-Lee-Loo flying by in the sky, she got very jealous. She frowned and she pouted. Then one day she got awfully mad and she shouted, This just isn't fair. I have one, she has two. I must have a tail just like Lala-Lee-Loo. So she flew to her uncle, a doctor named Dick, whose office was high in a tree by the lake. And she cried, Uncle Doctor, please do you know of some kind of pill that will make my tail grow? Tut, tut, said the doctor, such talk, how absurd. Your tail is just right for your kind of a bird. Just right. Then Gertrude had tantrums. She raised such a din that finally her uncle, the doctor, gave in, and he told her just where she could find such a pill on a pillberry vine on the top of a hill. Sorry. Oh, thank you, chirped Gertrude McFuzz, and she flew right straight to the hill where the pillberry grew. Which part am I going on? Oh, yes, this one. Yes! Yeah! The good Lightning McQueen voice. Yeah, I love Lightning McQueen. The Cars merchandise and Disney and Pixar. Yes! Back to where we started. Yes! There was the vine! And as soon as she saw it, she plucked off a berry. She started to gnaw it. It tasted just awful. Almost made her sick, but she wanted that tail, so she swallowed it quick. Then she felt something happen. She felt a small twitch, as if she'd been tapped down behind by a twitch. And Gertrude looked round and she cheered. It was true! 2 feathers, exactly like Lala-Lee-Loo. Then she got an idea. Now I'll know what to do. I'll grow a tail better than Lala-Lee-Loo. These pills that grow feathers are working just fine. So she nibbled another one off of a vine. She felt a new twitch, and then Gertrude yelled, Whee! Miss Lala has only just 2. I have 3. When Lala-Lee-Loo sees this beautiful stuff, she'll fall right down flat on her face, sure enough. I'll show her who's pretty. I certainly will. Well, I'll make my tail even prettier still. She gnawed at those berries that grew on that vine. She gobbled down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and she didn't stop eating young Gertrude McFuzz till she'd eat 3 dozen. That's all that there was. Then the feathers popped out with a zang! They blossomed like flowers that bloomed in the spring, all fit for a queen. What a sight to behold! And they sparkled like diamonds and gumdrops and gold. like silk, like spaghetti, like satin, like lace. They burst out like rockets all over the place. They waved in the air, and they wished, and they switched in the breeze. And some were as long as the branches of trees. And still they kept growing. They popped and they popped until long about sundown when finally they stopped. And now, and now, giggled Gertrude, the next thing to do is to fly straight home and show Lala Lilu. And when Lala sees these, why, her face will get red. Although red's my favorite color along with pink and white. And she'll let out a scream and she'll fall right down dead. Then she spread out her wings to take off from the ground, but with all those feathers she weighed 90 pounds. She yanked and she pulled and she let out a squawk, but that bird couldn't fly, couldn't run, couldn't walk. And all through that night, she was stuck on that hill, and Gertrude McFuzz might be stuck up there still. If her good Uncle Dick hadn't heard the girl yelp, he rushed to her rescue and brought along help. To lift Gertrude up almost broke all their beaks, and to fly her back home it took almost 2 weeks. And then it took almost another week more to pull out those feathers. My, Gertrude was sore! And finally, when all of the pulling was done, Gertrude behind her again just had one. That one little feather she had as a starter. But now that's enough because now she is smarter. And if you're watching this, like and subscribe. So anyways, this is me, AP, stopping the video. Bye.